Okay, for your fitness assessment and your fitness test, it's going to demonstrate where to take the measurements. Okay, so for the first measurement, you've got your right bicep relaxed, so your right upper arm relaxed. So take it midway between obviously your shoulder and your elbow. So you find what the midway point is. Obviously you might get a friend to do it for you. Take the measurement, whether you record in inches or centimeters, up to you, but obviously do it the same every time. For Alan, it's at 35 centimeters relaxed, we record that. Second measurement is going to be bicep relaxed, so bicep contracting, sorry. So they're contracting the bicep, and again taking the measurement around the highest part, okay, around the peak of the bicep, all the way around, and record that measurement. Okay, your next two measurements that you're taking are both waist. There's two waist ones, high waist and a low waist. We generally find with weight loss you start losing weight from the top down. You'll notice more improvement from the higher waist reading initially. So the high waist is just below the chest or the bust line. Okay? Then pull the tape measure nice and tight. If you can do it without the t-shirt, obviously it's better. But if you do, make sure the t-shirt's nice and slim. No big hoodie or tracksuit top. Record that measurement. The low waist measurement then is obviously going to be around the widest part of the waist, which I generally take around the belly button, so you know every time you're taking it around the same place. Again, pull the tape measure nice and tight and record that measurement. Your next measurement is around the hips. Okay, important with this one, you stand with your feet together, and this one you're taking around the widest part of your hips. Okay, so it's generally around the backside, around the hip bone, and all the way around. Okay. Again, make sure you're putting the tape measure nice and tight and record that measurement. Your final measurement is the right thigh measurement. Generally what I do is use your fingers. So I know between my finger, my thumb and my middle finger. So I've got a point where I'm going to take the measurement the whole time. So I know I'm going to take it in the same place. Get that position, pull the tape measure around. Again, keep the tape measure nice and tight, record that measurement. The second exercise in your fitness test is burpees in a minute. So you've got 60 seconds to do as many burpees as you can. If you're a beginner or if you're just starting out and you haven't done burpees in a long time, obviously start off by using a step or something elevated off the ground. Okay, so just some technique wise, you keep your feet shoulder width apart, squat down, bend your knees, hands on the step, jump out, jump in, and stand up. Okay? Jump out, jump in, and stand up. Very important as Alan jumps up, stay there. Keep your hips up. You don't want to drop your hips. You don't want to hyperextend your back. Okay, keep your core tight. So what you want to avoid is dropping your down. You don't want to get in that position to keep your hips up. You want to be in that position where you can get your back up and stand. Again, record as many burpees as you can do in 60 seconds. If you're not a beginner, obviously you won't be using the step. I'll demonstrate one there. And jump. Okay? So with these burpees, you'll be jumping with every one, and again, recording as many as you can do in 60 seconds. Once you've done your burpees, allow yourself a 30-second rest before you start your next part of the test, which is the sit-ups or the crunches. The next part of your assessment is a little fitness test. There's 5 different little tests done in a circuit format. So the first one is a push-up test, which is done till failure, followed by burpees for 60 seconds, sit-ups or crunches for 60 seconds, mountain climb for 60 seconds, and then finally is a 2-kilometer walk run, either indoor or outdoor. So starting with the push-ups, okay, we'll demonstrate the full push-up first. So again, this is till failure, okay, make sure though that when you're going down, breathe in, hold it, all the way down, you get a full flexion in your arm, in the elbow, and you're keeping your hands in line with your chest. Okay, again, you're recording how many you can do until you can't do any more. There's no time limit on this one, because this is still failure. Okay, make sure in terms of how low you go, you should be going about that far from the bottom. Maybe an inch to 2 inches from the bottom, no higher. Obviously, if you're a woman or you find that those are going to be too tough, you can do the modified version, which is on your knees. Make sure you keep your hips nice and low to the ground and do the same movement. Again, full flexion in the elbows, so you're really opening up the chest. Like I said, it's till failure, no time limit. You record how many you can do, and hopefully in 4 to 6 weeks time, you will be doing more. Okay, your third test in the fitness test is crunches or sit-ups for a minute, so for 60 seconds. Obviously, if you're a beginner, if you haven't trained for a while, you start off with the crunches. Just technique-wise, Alan's got his hands on his legs. He's just lifting his shoulder blades off the ground, lifting his fingers until they reach the top of his knees. Again, counting your reps to see how many you can do in the 60 seconds. If, however, you advanced and you've been training for a while, you can obviously do the full sit-up version, which is just feet hooked underneath something or crane standing, full sit-up, elbows touching your legs, okay? 2, again, working for a full minute. Allow yourself a 60-second rest before you move on to your mountain climbs, which is also for 60 seconds. Okay, your fourth exercise in your fitness test is mountain climb. Just technique-wise, again, your hands are below your shoulders. Keep your hips down, and you'll be driving up and back with each knee. Each rep is counted with each leg. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, you're working for the 60 seconds, as many as you can do, and record that number. Your final exercise in your fitness test is a 2-kilometer walk run. If you're in a gym, you can obviously do it with a treadmill, or you can do it outside at home. The idea why it's a walk run is if you haven't trained for a while, obviously you're going to start off with a walk and then jog every now and then whenever you feel comfortable. And hopefully within time, you'll be able to run further, which means your time will get less. The idea is to run as fast as you can to get the best possible time for 2 kilometers.